started doing this about 3 years ago. It's just been the ultimate goal. My first ever race, I was chatting to a guy who did this, and ever since then I was sort of hooked with this being the ultimate goal. Well, I'm terrified. All the other races I'd sort of done in a day, but this going 4, 5, 6, 7 days, whatever. It's just something I've never done before, and just, yeah, that terrifies me but excites me at the same time.
I've done the sprint and I've previously done the Challenger. I was down for the spine, the full spine last year, but unfortunately I was poorly, so it's unfinished business. I think all of the races are unique. However, this one, I don't know, it's an epic, isn't it? It's the biggest. It's the one that people talk about. When I first started fell running, friends who I knew who did marathons I thought was amazing, and then I heard a friend saying that he was doing the spine. So for years now, always done the dot watching. Never thought I'd get there, but it just, I don't know, it just reels you in, I think.
I've always wanted to do it, and having done a few hundreds before, it was the logical next step. Just a big challenge.
For 10 years I've been wanting to do this race, and it's always been on my mind. And then I moved back to Sweden last year, and I really missed thoroughly the English racing scene. So I thought, do you know what, I don't have any plans this summer. Why don't you go for the summer one? That's hard enough. And I'm being super stressed. I didn't really anticipate it being so difficult to get all the right kit, in the right place. But yesterday I just calmed down and I felt, nope, we're here now, let's do it. So now I feel super excited.
It's the first time doing the full. I want to race, I want to compete. It just makes you challenge yourself mentally, see what you've got, how far you can dig, what you've got in the tank. When you're completely screwed, can you keep going, can you keep pushing, can you make good choices? Being on top of all that sort of stuff really helps.
Yeah, this is my second attempt at the full spin. Apprehensive, but ready to give it a go, see where we get.
Good morning. In the Netherlands it's Father's Day. We celebrate Father's Day today, and I brought my lovely daughter here, Pita, and a friend. They will be cheering me on along the way. So.
We're the support team.
Show the back.
Cheers.
Team Jan.
I was all set up to potentially do the Northern Traverse this year, and then I had a chat with a friend and he said, well, the spine's about the same amount of money and you get an extra like 80 miles for your money. So here I am, so I feel like I've kind of fallen into this a bit accidentally, but excited for the adventure of it.
So yesterday I started the sprint at midday, got to the end of the sprint in about 11.5 hours, then I got a lift back from Hebden Bridge back here to Edale, got back about 1:30, got to bed about 2:15. Yeah, I spent yesterday just thinking I've got to go through this again. It was quite traumatic. The weather was bad, the ground was bad. The idea of having to go through the whole experience of that day again. I'm going to be hallucinating before I get to Hebden Bridge. So it's going to be quite an interesting day now. I'm trying to put behind me what happened yesterday. It all starts again today.
Sunnies are me living in hope with the sun.
Hell yeah, here we go. Summer or winter, I don't know where we are.
went along there, wasn't paying attention. This is the right way, but GX told me and said, no, 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 meant to be going along here. We're there. We're with Brian from Tennessee. We're doing great. Both our first time on the Pennine, that we don't know anywhere we're going. Blind leading the blind. We'll survive.
Oh, I'm doing great. Just a Sunday stroll. Already dropped into a bog up to my waist. It's a great welcome to the United Kingdom.
Such a beautiful day. I had done the spine sprint last summer, so this is really upped in terms of difficulty and distance. It's definitely much more of a challenge.
We entered together with friends
Yeah,
from home, so we entered together.
And we did the spine sprint together last summer as well.
It makes a big difference mentally.
Yeah.
Because I did the sprint in the winter by myself, and when you're in the darkness for hours and hours, it gives you something to distract you from the pain. Plus you can share all your decisions and your planning and
your navigation and your gear choice
Yes.
and all the logistics. You know, what are you putting in your drop bag
Yes.
and all of that.
I managed to get an hour's sleep. My knees feel good at the back end of the field here. Just keep going. Just keep going. See if I can make sure I've got enough time. Get me medal, get me t-shirt, that's all I want. As well as all these fantastic memories.
Yesterday afternoon was the worst because it was so cold and wet and boggy. Last night wasn't too bad, but with it being boggy and dark, it's kind of hard to tell the difference between path and bog. So I've been knee deep a few times. Well, I've had better afternoons, but it's not too bad as long as you take it steady and don't try and break any records.
Night I was in CP1. I slept for about 1 hour. The maximum I have done was 24 hours on track. I did 160 kilometers. I never did any race with elevation, so that's pretty hard. 45 kilometers left, so it's okay.
Knackered. Just feeling tired now. I probably should have had a sleep. I'm here just to see what I can do, how far I can push myself, and hopefully inspire some other people as well. See what they're capable of. I'm glad it's a nice day though. That makes it a lot easier.
Today's Scotchio, but it's been okay. It's been exactly what you could want from the spine, isn't it? It's a mixture of everything. So powering up. It's not really a power, it's a slow jaunt to the end now, and just try and get over the last bit, and then when we're there, aren't we?
Prove something to myself before I get too old. Quite ridiculously, in my head I've been talking to Jack Scott. When the going gets tough, I've been thinking, now what would Jack say? And it's been consoling me. He doesn't know me, but yeah, he's my hero. Jack would say, adapt and learn and keep going. That's what I'm doing. Hope to get there.
It's been an action-packed day up here. We've had changeable weather just like we had yesterday. As hokey as it sounds, it really hasn't dampened spirits. Ursula Sullivan came through this afternoon in first in the Montane Summer Spine Challenger South. She had never covered that distance before, just an outstanding run from her. And literally 2-3 minutes ago, Mel Sykes crossed the line behind me in second place. Congratulations to both of them. And of course, just after sunrise this morning, Rupert Allison crossed the finish line here, breaking a course record. Absolutely outstanding work from him. James White followed in second, and Jack Cooper came in third place. That was a nail-biting finish. He was fourth until 3 miles from the end, and he sprinted from that point right through to the finish. Now, of course, out there on the same route as the guys in the Summer Spine Challenger South are the runners in the MRT Challenge South. And the first of those crossed the line this afternoon too. Brett Mahoney, despite setting off half an hour behind the runners that came in this morning, managed to come in a solid 30 miles or so ahead of anybody else in the MRT race. He was something like 8th or 9th in the field for the Summer Spine Challenger South. An absolutely outstanding feat of running from him. Having spent the day in Hardraw, I'm kind of focused on what's going on with the Challenger race at the moment, but I'm aware that further down the course, quite a big race started this morning. Of course, the Montane Summer Spine Race 2024. In a race as long as this, it is too early to be in any way definite when talking about what the podium might look like. But unsurprisingly, John Shield and Chris Cope are right up there at the front. At the front of the women in the field is Irene Kinnigan. She won the Montane Winter Spine Challenger North in 2023, and she's back, and she's tearing through it pretty quickly at the moment. Of course, Hardraw here, that's the end of the Summer Spine Challenger South and the MRT Challenge South, but tomorrow morning it'll be the start of the Challenger North races and CP2 for the full Montane Summer Spine race. We're going to have so much action here over the next 24 to 36 hours, and we're going to bring you all of it. Keep watching those dots, stick with us.